On an American Indian reservation, this is a typical playground. This is a typical kitchen. And this is a typical home. Grinding poverty, deplorably substandard housing, and inadequate health care have combined to make the standard of living on our nation's Indian reservations the worst of any area in the United States. 1/3 American Indians are homeless, including more than 100,000 children. Over 600,000 Native Americans live in substandard houses, and sickness and disease are so widespread that the elderly are succumbing prematurely and children are dying needlessly. But now a new program has been created to help improve the quality of life for our nation's American Indians. This is a historic civil military program called Operation Walking Shield. Operation Walking Shield was created by the Walking Shield American Indian Society, a charitable non-profit organization. The program is a coalition which includes the U.S. Department of Defense and a host of governmental agencies, universities, and foundations. Operation Walking Shield represents a multi-pronged attack against poverty and hardship on reservations. The program improves housing conditions and provides an expanded level of health care. It also assists in developing infrastructures by repairing roads and drilling water wells. The operation provides substantial humanitarian aid and stresses the importance of education as the pathway out of poverty.
About the same time that I was listening to the needs of the people up here, I was aware that they were closing military bases. And I knew that there'd be a tremendous amount of supplies available at military bases that were no longer needed or used by the government, that if we could arrange the transport of the materials to the reservation, could be a tremendous boon to helping out in improving housing conditions.
For the military, the program has provided multi-service training for Air Force, Army, Navy, and Marine personnel. Congressional support for the program is strong because the training is provided while creating vital assistance to the nation's American Indians. More than 20 American Indian tribes, representing 350,000 Native Americans, are participating in the program.
It's really exciting to be a part of the Trans Am Walking Shield program because it's a civil-military cooperation program, and it enables airmen and soldiers and Navy Reserve personnel to get together and work together as a team to help the civilians in our country. This project offers the opportunity to practice our readiness skills so that in times of national emergency we're able to come together and work as a team in the real world, helping people and accomplishing group goals.
Now we are doing things with each other. Now we're doing things to promote what this country and what our indigenous cultures speak of, and that is to create a good life for ourselves, but more importantly, to create a good life for those yet not born, the upcoming generations. We know we need to create a good legacy. We know that we need to create some good things for them to think about.
Our principal objective is to get housing improved on the reservation. A child can't study if his roof leaks and the wind and the snow blows into his house and the windows are broken. So you've got to repair the houses.
We encountered Geraldine Bluebird in Pine Ridge about a year ago when somebody took us over and showed us the house she was living in, and which at the time was just windows covered by plastic sheeting inside and out, no kitchen, no running water, very, very bad shape like so many of the houses are. We decided we'd try to do something to make life a little better for her. And we were able to get some financial support from UPS. And we're using some of those dollars to repair windows, put in new steps up to her house, and try to seal the house up to make it more livable. On one hand, we're helping her, and on the other hand, we're providing some income to Bill Loafer, a Lakota man, so that he can support his family. So it's it's a win-win on both sides. We try to build relationships with the people. Historically, American Indian people have been told a lot of different things, and the delivery of those promises or things have been sorely lacking. I think it's real important to have relationships with the people up here and not just be some distant group that's sending things to the reservations.
One of the most important aspects of Operation Walking Shield is the relocation of excess housing from military bases that are being closed or reduced in size. For example, more than 450 houses are being moved from the Grand Forks Air Force Base to help families like the Little Boys.
Mike read, and no human being should be in a home like that. Their house is a 20 by 20 wooden shack. No bathtub or shower, any place for the family to wash inside the house.
You know, Michael, you've been on the waiting list a long time out here for a house. How many years have you been on the waiting list?
15 years.
15 years you've waited. Yeah. How many people do you have living in the house here?
7 of us.
7 of you now? Well, we're trying to get houses down here for the people like yourselves that really need them, that can't get them any other way, and who have so many people like you have in the house here. It's really unfair, and we're going to do everything we can to try and help.
We've come here for Sundances, we've come here for our sweats and things, and our prayers have always been for him that he would have a house before the snow flies.
Okay, Wombley, stand right there. All right. Let's go here, you guys.
You can tell if there's a car coming way out, they can hear a little vibrating. Hey, it's coming.
Yep, here it comes. There it is.
Yeah,
Look at me. Is it coming?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, look. There comes your house. Your house.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Real home.
Operation Walking Shield Trans Am enables totally different entities to join together to accomplish as a group something that no individual entity has either the finances, the assets, or the manpower to accomplish alone.
Well, I got a call early this morning that it's at the Little Boys site, you know, if I find. Well, I came up.
He's being a good actor now.
Tremendous number of people. When you start with the Air Force Air Mobility Command, the Pentagon, the senators' offices from 4 different senators, 2 congressmen, the Bureau of Indian Affairs that is involved, the General Services Administration, the Tribal Housing Authority, tribal governments, on and on and on. All had to be coordinated to get the house here.
Although Operation Walking Shield is one of the most productive programs ever created to help Native Americans, the problems on Indian reservations are of monumental proportions. Unemployment can reach 85%, teenage suicide is prevalent, and alcoholism is widespread. Despite the existence of the Indian Health Service, death from tuberculosis is over 1,000% higher than the national average. To begin to address some of these tragic situations, Operation Walking Shield has provided doctors, dentists, and nurses to treat thousands of sick and needy American Indians. Tons of equipment is being flown in to bolster clinic and hospital facilities. Operation Walking Shield recognizes that the needs on the reservation reach far beyond a dry, warm home and adequate health care. Christmas support activities are immensely popular, as well as the construction of recreational facilities to support youth at-risk programs. During the year, numerous distributions of food, books, computers, and clothing are made throughout the country.
I'll tell you, Walking Shields really helped us. I was having such a hard time, you know. There was a lot of things that my grandchildren didn't have or, I couldn't afford. They really done a lot for us. They really helped me, and I appreciate every bit of it.
There are solutions to the issues on the reservation, and it's much more than just one group like Walking Shield. It's people in partnerships from all over the place, working not to give a hand out, but to offer a hand to lift the people up, to give them, to strengthen them, to help them do what they can do themselves. And we need a lot of people and a lot of companies and a lot of churches and a lot of clubs and a lot of universities and every entity to ensure that Juan Blee little boy can laugh through his whole life, so he can smile 15 years from now.
Now, as projects begin, as projects continue, and of course as projects end as they will, we know that happens. And I hope that we can continue a good working relationship, but for certain, the spirit of all of this that has gone on will continue as long as we know life on this earth.
But one of the things that I think is most important about this whole program and what we're doing in Operation Walking Shield, it's not so much the house, it's not so much the food, or it's not so much the medical equipment. The most important thing is an intangible thing that you can't put your hands on, you can't measure. It's hope. It's providing hope that somebody out there is finally doing something. A lot of somebodies are doing something to help.
Now that we have entered the 21st century, it is the hope and prayer of many of the nation's American Indians that Operation Walking Shield will continue to provide homes, better medical and health care, and a brighter future for the children.